Okay, you guys, you know what time it is. It's time to get to work, time to get to these charts and do an analysis on what we're seeing on what's coming up this week and also the news events. Also, you guys, I got a birthday special that I'll be sending out tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that because this week is my wife's birthday. So, of course, you know, I bless you guys with 50% discount on all my trading systems. So I'll send you out a code tomorrow and I'll do a post. So just be on the lookout for that. Okay. All right. Let's get to the charts. Let's get to news first. This week we have the CAD that's going to be kind of disruptive. You're going to have basically the CAD coming out with their interest rates. That's what the bank rates are about. It's their interest rates. So be on the lookout for that. And that's going to be on Wednesday. And let's see. Let me make it smaller. We have the pound that's coming out with a speech, but I'm not really worried about that. Then we also have the euro is going to be having a bunch of news coming out this week. So be on the lookout for that with their PMI numbers, and same thing with the pound. You do have the unemployment numbers coming out on Thursday for the U.S. So that may give it a little bit of turbulence, but again, not something that will actually break the trend. It may cause spiking, but not breaking of a trend. And you also got their PMI numbers. Let's look on Friday. Friday again, CAD has a little bit of news, but nothing earth shaking, so nothing to worry about. And Saturday, of course, we don't trade. If you want a copy of this, or if you need a copy of a list of Forex brokers that still uses the MT4 and MT5, as far as we know, we can send these to you. So just send an email to send an email to superezforex@gmail.com, superezforex@gmail.com. All right. So now let's get to the next part, and let's get to all right, I'm going to get to the one that tickles my fancy, but again, and this it kind of messed me up. I got irritated last week because I found some good trades on the Euros, on the Euro Swiss and the G Swiss, and then news came out on them that surprised the markets, and it ended up not working out. So I won't make a prediction, but I will tell you that G Swiss is looking very, very nice and attractive to me for the up and coming week. But again, I'm waiting for the 30-minute arrow on the Simplicity system. On the Ocean Wave for it to cross over. But let me go to Simplicity and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so let's go to Simplicity. Oops, I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me switch over to my Simplicity system and I'll tell you why I'm looking at that one in particular. Okay, and let's go out a little bit to a higher time frame and notch this over. For those who have my sexy analyst system, here's something that you can do. I do a sexy analyst up and a sexy analyst down. What does that mean? Sometimes we get kind of confused or whatever because we're constantly seeing resistance, 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 resistance. And so therefore, once it looks like it's going to do a breakout, we kind of be fearful. And let me show you what a breakout means. Basically, this thing looks like it's creating, higher lows, higher lows. So if it breaks out of this right here, then we certainly got to up. So just to give myself a little picture, I created a separate template for that where I removed the top resistance bars if I think it's going up, so I can kind of see, okay, this is where it's at. And I can see that this is potentially going to explode to the upside. Hopefully that's the plan, which is why I'm also looking at it on Ocean Wave. So it could come back and retest this trend line right here. And that's a little better trend line right there. So you can see it's been boom, 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 boom. And then if it comes back and boom and breaks through our trend, this trend should change direction. So that's what I'm looking at. If I go to the 4-hour time frame, this is something that was really attractive as well. I also see that it already has the 4-hour arrow. And that's really big. You can see that when the arrow comes in on the 4-hour, it's pretty solid. This one, it blinked out because it did a pullback, but nevertheless, it did go down for a substantial number of pips after the 4-hour arrow. We can see it went all the way down for 159 pips. And if we scoot back, you can see on the GU that it is pretty solid, except for that would have been one loss. But from here, it dropped and made it to there. Big win here, huge win, huge win, huge win. And so I'm assuming this was going to come back up. I also see that it is sitting right smack in a, I got to change this color. Sorry, you guys. Give me a second. And I'll get to the other pairs, but I'm just showing you guys what I'm looking at as the star of the show for me. I'll pick blue. So you can see right here, you guys, that this thing is showing very, very strong, strong support in this area where it came off of. Boom, 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 and bounced out. It could do a pullback up in this area, but either way it goes, this is going to be a buy for me this week. It's really going to be a buy. So, you know, hopefully this thing breaks out. So that's that. Okay. So that's my number one pick for the week. I'll keep my eye out on it. But that's that. And speaking of keeping your eye out on something, let me kind of get to this real quick. As you guys know, last week we launched our trade copier service. To be honest with you guys, I told you I'm really not going to be trading a lot anymore. I'm actually going to be looking to do other things. And so this trade copier service is just going to be an excellent benefit for those who have it. Because if you're like me and you have other things that you want to do with your life, or your 9 to 5 doesn't allow you enough time to actually spend time on the charts, and we're going to get to the charts. I'm going to get back to that. But if you don't really have the time to dedicate to learn charting and this and that, why not just get copied on all of our trades? So we do have the Forex copier. And most of the trades are taken by Dr. Elvis and Miss Jenny. I do take a few trades still, but not often because, again, like I said, I'm kind of shying away from trading because there's no reason for me to trade. I'm getting copied on these same trades just like you are. So if there's anything jinky or whatever, I guess what? I'm going to be suffering a loss as well because my team is very good at what they do, which is why in the thumbnail, you can always see exactly what the results are in the thumbnail. So you can go on our page, on our Super Easy website, and click on signals group. And then there's a green tab you can click on, and you can check our entire results for the entire year, week by week, except for last week. I had to update it because of Hurricane Helene or Hurricane Milton. So I was out of the office, but you know, other than that, you can always track our results in our thumbnails as well. So anyway, you got the Forex copier, the US 30 copier, and now we have Golden Boy, who's now doing gold trades, and we've went 3 weeks with only one loss in 3 weeks. One loss in 3 weeks. And then you can get combo packages. Maybe you want the Forex and the US 30. Maybe you want gold and Forex. Maybe you want gold and US 30. Maybe you want gold and all three. Okay. So if you want that, then we got combos for that as well. Okay. If you want the Forex and US 30 copier combo, we have that as well. So we got different packages, whatever floats your boat that you prefer. We have it available for you. Okay. Now let's get back to the charts. Just want to go over that. Now let's go and take a look at AUD NZD. Let's take it out on the 4-hour time frame. And you can see this thing was pretty nice up in here. You had a nice little move. Okay. Right here, it tapped, double topped, and then fell out of there. And let's check this. This is just not my flavor. You can see right here, this is where support and resistance levels come in, and why the sexy analyst is really helpful, because you can clearly see the zones, and you can see it gave you the box right here, the supply and demand zone box. And you can see where price action retested and popped right out of there. Okay. So if you don't have the sexy analyst, go to our website, superezforex.com, and go click on the sexy analyst, or you can go to just lovemycharts.com. Okay. Loveyourcharts.com. But you can get all that stuff right on our website. On this one, I didn't see anything. And this is AJ. And we're going to get to the ocean wave. Right here, you can see price action dipped up off of this bottom right here. And let's go down to the 30-minute. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Let me go here and put a little mark right here. And let's see if anything happened on the 30. No, it was a big, huge news candle right here. And I don't get into those. So that was what happened last week. Right here, you can see that on the 15-minute, though, it clearly showed up and said, hey, it's time for us to do some business. And you could have caught that trade right before the big move. Okay. So this is why the SA system, the sexy analyst, is so important. And now we'll get to the ocean wave momentarily. Okay. Let's take a look. Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing there. And these are more going to be fit for ocean wave. So we'll get to that momentarily. Same thing. It looks like these are doing arm curls, meaning they curled over and then they'll probably pop back up, but we'll check the ocean wave on that. Same thing here. This is just JPYs. Okay. And again, now this one is interesting. Let me move my head over here. This one is interesting. It has come up, pulled back, came up, boom, sat on support. So if we draw a trend line from here to here, what does that look like? Let me move this over here. What does that look like? Strong support, strong support. Okay, let's go down to the 1 hour and take a look. Look at that arrow came right in there. Told you guys, strong support. That's where that arrow came in. Okay, so if you have the SA system, when you see these strong supports, and if you have the signal service with the daily dot, these strong supports are good areas for you off the 4 hour to take a look at shorter time frames and say, hey, is this a good area to just hop in on something real quick, give me a couple of pips and get out? You get what I'm saying? Okay, little strong support areas. Just take a look at them and there you go. Look at this one. Bet you any money. Hold on, let me mark it again. And these are quick hitters, just to get a little something real quick. Okay, and there we go. So that was the arrow right there. Boom, and it took off. Okay, so it did go chop, 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 and then it popped up. Okay, and I think that it still has potential to keep on going up from the higher time frame. Let's look at it from the 1 hour, and you can see that right there. Strong support level. Strong support right there. It was right there. Okay. All right. Same thing here. Strong support. Support. You see it. But I wouldn't have touched that one. I didn't really like that. EQ is interesting. I've been watching this one. I've been wanting to get in on it. You can see right here where it actually touched. You see that strong support right there. Okay. And let me move my head over here. Let's draw a trend line. And see if we can go backwards in time. I don't see anything there. It looks really sloppy on the daily as well. Nothing important there. So as to why it chose to stop at that point, I don't see it from these time frames. But nevertheless, that's where it chose to find support. Okay, and let me tighten this up, see if we see anything going backwards. We see a little stuff right here. Okay, but either way it goes, it is strong support. It has popped out, but you guys know me. I'm not a fan of slant patterns. And if you're new, what do I mean by slant patterns? That means they go up in an angle, but typically when they go up in the angle, they tend to come back and retest. So I'm expecting, before I would actually feel comfortable taking this trade, I would actually wait for it to come back and retest first. But I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong, but typically that's what happens. It goes up and then retests to say, okay, this is in fact a solid bottom. Let's go to, well, we'll get to GU in a minute and I'll show you. See, this is what I mean. See that sharp angle and it stops and starts pulling back. That's what I meant right there. Okay. Okay. That's what I meant. It starts pulling backwards. So that's what me personally, I'll be waiting for. All right. This one, ooh, this one looked like it's ready to drop to the top. Okay. So 4 hour don't show anything, but this 1 hour show me that, ooh, it may pop up this way, but it could. We'll see. Let's check Ocean Wave, because typically on the beginning of the week, you want to be a trend trader, not a reversal trader. Okay. But I'm seeing some stuff. All right. All right. So here's an example. Look at GU. See how it came down, went up, came down, went up, and came down. And now you have strong support in this area right here. This is where you got that strong support. So when the arrow comes in, I can trust it because why? It's already been retested. Same thing right here. You can see it came down, went up, retested, and then popped up. Same thing once, twice. Okay, that's a solid. And that's why I'm really looking at this GU now moving forward to the upside. Okay, you can see it also on the 4 hour. You can see that there was a nice little 415er. Okay. And what I mean by 415er, you check the 4 hour, try to get your analysis done, check for, solidness, a solid base of support, and that's where the arrow came in. Nice little 415er. Okay, nice one. Nice. Okay. All right. On here, I don't see anything that I really am attracted to. But again, what's really nice if you have the SA system is you can always see that sometimes even from the 1 hour, you got and you can change these colors on these supply and demand zones. Mine is olive green and blue, but you can change these supply and demand zone colors. You can change your support and resistance colors. You can change all of that stuff. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do this. Okay, now you can see the support and resistance levels. Okay, so you can change these colors to whatever you want. On this one, I got it all grayed out, but you can see the resistance level, you can see support. So when it's doing moves off of here, there may be opportunities on the smaller time frame, like the 5 minute, to take advantage of some of these little smaller bounces. You get what I'm saying? So if you see a supply or demand zone and support, you can mark that up. And it does come with a scanner, so you can turn the scanner on when this comes in and see if there was any opportunity. Let me kind of scrunch this down. And you can see there was plenty of buy opportunities right off of here. I would have ignored the sales. Let's go to the 15, it might be cleaner. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So anyway, when it comes to these support areas, like right here, you know, once it comes, you can get some arrows like this one, boom, and then it popped off. So anyway, just do whatever you feel comfortable with. But bottom line is you could do that as well, just to grab a couple of pips, maybe 10, 20 pips. Okay. Get out of there. This market has been very, very choppy lately. And so, you know, it's been pretty tough environment to trade in. Nothing there. I don't see anything there. See this slant pattern? See it goes up, stops, and then it starts dropping back down. So this is what I meant about waiting for a retest. Okay, let's take a look. Nothing here. Nothing here. This is just gliding on by. Who is this? NU. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not feeling NU for a buy. Not yet. I'm just not feeling it. I don't feel safe. And we'll go to Ocean Wave and we'll see what Ocean has to talk about. Right here is UJ. Now, UJ, we have something interesting here. We see that it topped out up here, dropped to the 15-minute, and there was an arrow. Okay, so that was a pretty nice setup. Towards the end of the week, we had plenty of reasons to take a reversal. And you had that 1 hour. You also had probably an arrow on the 30-minute. So, yeah, we had plenty of reasons to take it to the downside. Plenty of reasons. So that was some pretty good pips right there. Pretty solid and easy. On the 4 hour, we also have our arrow. No, we don't have our arrow yet. So if we get an arrow, I'll probably be ocean waving this thing around. Let's look at U-Swiss. Same thing. Let's go to the 1 hour. And this one, I'm not going to take this for a sale. I think this thing is going to stop and pop back up and go catch a lot of people trying to sell it off. Now, this one was interesting here. You can see this one. I'm still expecting this. It's the beginning of the week, so it always goes back up. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing came all the way back up and retested this top right here. It'll come down, fake people out, break through, and go back up. That's what I think it may do. We do see that this is an uptrend, so it could stop right here on support and come back up and, like I said, retest this level right here. So I would be very, very careful of, oh, this is a head and shoulders. Oh, this is a double top, and this is a no. I'll wait. I will wait. I don't like doing reversal trades at the beginning of the week. Terrible idea. Okay, markets like to fake people out on reversals and then go back up into the trend. Okay. And the rest of these, like I said, US 30, Miss Jenny is trading, so I don't even break those down no more. Golden Boy is now on the scene, so you know, he's trading that, so I don't waste my time on that either. Okay, now let's go to Ocean Wave real quick and let's see what's popping over there. Okay, so I'm gonna go to my Ocean Wave. All right, cool. And y'all see what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about right here. See, it's not ready. It's not showing that it's ready to break it. So it did a pullback, but it may pull back to the main wave, but we don't have that crossing over on the 30-minute to show, hey, this thing is ready to go in a different direction. If we do, then I'll start selling off. All right, so why do I scrunch this up? You see all this stuff, this like a xylophone, it's too noisy. So I scrunch it up, or you can shrink it like that, and now you can clearly see, okay, now you can see where this was going. But as you can see, this is just way too noisy. AUD, NZD, which is usually a nice pair to trade, it is now really ugly, so I don't want to mess with that. We do have our crossover on ACAT. Okay, let's check it on the 1 hour. But again, you guys, some of these that you see normally is very, very smooth pairs. You can see they've been like a up and down, up and down, up and down. So you got to be careful. Okay. Just like the JPY pairs, they were some of my favorites. Remember, we went over it a couple of weeks ago or a month or two ago, and it was dead smooth. But as you can see, a lot of turbulence, a lot of wars, a lot of news, a lot of this, a lot of that, and it's causing a lot of shaking in the markets. Okay. Now, this is one that I do like. Okay. AUD, USD. Why? Because it's still maintaining that smoothness. See that? Look at that. Smooth. So if this crosses over, I'm going to be looking at this one as well. Okay, see. So this is what I'm looking for. I need decent smoothness. So for me, I'll put this on my list. AUD, USD. Okay, so that's one of them on my radar. Smooth. I don't want this noise. See, this was typically smooth. Look at this now. Noisy. Nope. All right, now we got something nice. Wee. Swiss JPY on my radar. Swiss JPY. And I will look at this around 9-ish to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'll be definitely looking at this. This is one of my favorites. So this one is still maintaining its smoothness. Swiss JPY. Okay. Look at that. Okay. Take a look on the 1 hour and you can see, and let's make this a little bit bigger so you guys can see it. Pull this down. You can see the price action is crossing below the main wave and hitting blue for neutral zone. So it's down there on the 1 hour. And we clearly got downward movement on the 30-minute. So yeah, this is one I'm actually going to look at taking. I like this one. Okay, so Swiss JPY is going to be on my radar. You guys do what you want, but that will be on my radar. So I got 2 of them so far this week. Let's go to CAD JPY. CAD JPY, I see this, but this is kind of bothering me. See, it's been sideways this whole time. Sideways. So there's going to be a breakout one way or the other. So for me, I'm not a fan of it. Okay, not a fan. Same thing here. See, these JPYs, I told you, they're just janky. They just not solid at all. Not solid. You can see that it's just been in consolidation for a very, very long time. So I'm not a fan of it. Not that one. Okay, now we got EA. On the 1 hour, I'm sorry, on the 30-minute, it's still sideways. So we'll see how that plays out. Again, when I start seeing that it's sideways like this, I'd rather stay away from it. It's really nothing profitable. See this noisy? And usually these are the ones that are very, very dependable, but not lately. So I'll stay away from that. Euro NZD, it has crossed over, but again, this is one of those, again, that's just been sitting sideways. Okay, so leave it alone. Keep it moving, player. Keep it moving. All right, this one is up and down, up and down, up and down, kind of making you seasick. Nothing there. So again, nothing I'm looking forward to. Now, see, this is what I like. Smoothness. Anytime I'm looking for trades on the ocean wave, I'm looking for that smoothness. And if some pairs have used to be smooth, but they ain't smooth no more, then I just keep it moving. So, but you can see where my concern was when I was marking it up on the simplicity system. You can see how it's angling up. It's giving that slant. And I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. And we don't have our arrow yet to say for buy, but this one is concerning. There's no double bottom. You can see that angle where it's sliding up in that angle. And so if anything, it could pop back down, but I could be wrong. See, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So just keep an eye out on it like I'm going to do. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to keep an eye. I ain't in the rush to trade that one. That one ain't a fan favorite for me, so it's not going to be on my list yet. EG, all right, noisy. Again, same thing. A lot of these pairs are doing the same thing. Okay, same thing. I just am not a fan of it. This one here, this one can continue up. As you can see, it's been in a long uptrend and it can continue to pop up. We have all this, so that would be a good one. It's a little late for me because, you know, it would have been better to get in way back here, you know, where you could have got the real money. And that would have been 276 pips. So right now, I'm not a fan of it, you know, but if you want to see what it does right here, do your thing. This is the one that we marked up earlier. Let me get this out the way. So again, now this one looks like it's going to pop up a little more. This is GBP CAD. So this one looks like it can go up a little bit more and pop. So because it got that spongy bob square head, where could it stop? It could possibly go right to here, right there. So if it does pop, this one I might put on my radar. That's another 98. Yeah, I better put that on my radar, GCAD. But again, I'll wait until tonight, see what the market does. Because again, you can get surprises, you know, over the weekend. Stuff could have happened. But this one I do like for a quick hitter, GCAD to the upside. So that one will be on my radar. That one is a definite. All right, G-Swiss, nothing there. Again, the accordion. This is why a lot of you guys have having a hard time trading in the markets right now. It's not your fault. So we got to forgive ourselves sometimes and let ourselves off the hook, because look at this. When you're in the thick of trading, you know, you really, you know, feel the turbulence in your soul. But once you take a weekend look back at it and say, okay, what really happened? Was there anything I could have done differently? And the truth is, when you're looking at this review, you can see that it was just a hot mess. GU. Now, GU is smooth. This is one of the smoothest ones when you're trading on the ocean wave system. Smooth as butter. I love it. It's already got the arrow on the 15 minutes. So this is why I said I really am digging this one. I'm really digging it. And if I get that 30-minute arrow, that is wrap. That's a wrap. Hold on one second. Let me get a different pen. Let me write that one on my list, because GU is going to be a definite. GU. That is going to be a definite play, and I'm going to hold that one for a good minute. Because you can see, look, this is what I meant, y'all. See, look at this. All the way to here. That was like 241 pips, but to the base was about 280 something. But it was just a consistent drip. Even with news, it was dripping in the same direction. Drip, 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 drip. Okay, it was dripping in the same direction. Okay, so that one is a good one for me. GA, let's take a look at GA. GA looked like it's still trying to go in an uptrend and still hit the neutral zone, but we got a buy arrow. Go to the lower time frame. We can see price action still crossing above the neutral zone. Go to the 1 hour for confirmation, and you can see this is creating consolidation. Consolidation can bring another burst to the upside. So either way it goes, it's not something that I'm be interested in. It's one of those, again, where you're late to the game, so it's consolidating, so it's not something I'm interested in. GJ, the Dragon, that's what I heard it called, the Dragon. This is, again, the JPY pairs, which I'm not a fan of. It's been sloppy and choppy. The only one I like is this one. And the reason why is because even with news, it doesn't do a whole lot of harm to your profile. So if you get in, it's going to do some movement, but not a whole lot. So that's why I prefer to get this one out of all of them. This is still saying not yet, but, you know, if I was to pick one that I would hold for a minute, it would be this one, because this one keeps small candles throughout. So I don't have to worry about the choppiness so much. Okay. All right, let's look at NCH in New Zealand, Swiss franc. All right, so we do have a buy arrow right here on the 30-minute, so this might be a good time to get in. Let's take a look. It has been in the down movement for a very long time, up movement, down movement. Okay, so with that being said, let's take a look. I'm going to shrink it a little bit more and see how consistent it has been. And once it comes in with these buys, it goes up, sales go down. So, okay, this might not be a bad one to dip your toe in, dip your toe on this buy. So I'll put that on my list as well. And that's NCD. CHF. All right, 30-minute. Okay, so I wait until tonight and see what happens. Now this is what I do like. I do like this somewhat. Only problem is CAD is coming out with that their interest rate. So bottom line is, let me just scratch that and move on. No way. Let's stay away from that. Okay. With your GCAD, I need to leave that one alone too. Let me put a line through that. Because until they come up with their interest rate news, ain't no need to fool with it. Put myself in jeopardy. I don't like this. That's ugly. All right, this is beautiful. Beautiful. This is what I'm talking about. So once we get the buy arrow on NZD USD, NU, if we get a buy arrow, this would be a nice one, because see how smooth it runs. News, and it takes in news and everything, and it just keeps going real smooth. Okay, and now let's keep it moving. We're almost done. We have USD JPY. So we see that this is slowing down. It has hit the neutral zone. And we do have some movement below the main wave on the 15-minute, but we don't have a 30-minute arrow. Let's do a back test. I'm going to shrink that a little bit and check the noise level. All right, and especially on the 1 hour, you can see, okay, when it's down, it's going down. When it's going up, it's going up. Okay. All right, so with that being said, then the best thing for me to do is to wait for the arrow on the 30-minute and see what happens. Okay, so I'll put that one on my list of UJ as a potential. All right, USD Swiss, it's been an uptrend, nothing happening yet. So, all right, see, USD CAD still in the buy. If this thing goes below and gives me a sell arrow, I think I will be ghosting for it. I'll go for it. Okay. Other than that, guys, that's a wrap for this video, and I am at 30 minutes exactly. So I'm going to stop this video, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video for the birthday celebration, and I'll give you the discount code so you guys can go ahead and enjoy a discount. Okay. Happy birthday, baby, for my wife, Auntie Nancy.